Welcome back to the Raw Form Report. I'm your host, Jake, here with my co-host, DJ. We got a special episode this week. We got baseball. Spring training is live officially. So we're going to deep dive into that. We're going to start doing 30-minute episodes, deep dive into a specific topic each week, and we're going to really hone in on those. Right now, the talk of the town's baseball. That's what we got going. I know there's other things going on with hockey or NBA or whatever, but baseball is where we're going. I got my Mets. We're repping here. He's not wearing any Bucks gear right now, but he's ready. He knows more about his team than I do mine. But to get us started with our segments and what we're going to talk about, I got 6 little news things I want to talk about, bring up real quick. And then I'm going to let DJ hop into the Bucks and do his thing. And then we got a little bonus section that I'm going to talk about. Have him try to see his thoughts on the upcoming season. So, number 1 on my list, I know this happened a little while ago, but Max Scherzer, he's heading back up north. He's signed with Toronto again. I know it's nothing crazy, but he's a Hall of Famer. He's officially there. They had a great run last year, lost to the Dodgers, but the team is a little different now. You know, they lost guys. They don't have their Bo Bichette anymore because he's in the Big Apple. Scherzer, he's going into his 19th season, so who knows how he's going to be. He's been very hit or miss. Last season, he played great. He's big on the injuries.
Huge.
And I mean, that's what you kind of got to watch out for with these older guys. The arm's going to wear out. It's going to break down. That's baseball, man. That's just how it rolls around here. So he is stepping into a rotation alongside Kevin Gausman, Jose Barrios to help try to get Toronto another deep October run. I want to ask you, DJ, what are your thoughts on Toronto this year? Do you think they have a chance to possibly make it back to the World Series?
I don't think so. I think they added, obviously, Mad Max. He's an aging arm. He's not, Detroit Max or Nationals Max. He's an injury case to this point. Like you said, easy Hall of Famer, pretty straightforward on that. But I don't think he moves the needle for the pitching staff. And then they just lost too much with Bichette. Shortstop's relatively shallow this year.
Yeah.
And then they just lost a premier one. So it's kind of tough to see them doing this again and going back. But really, anything's possible. It's baseball. But, everyone's just chasing the Dodgers.
Not wrong. And it's crazy that a top-tier shortstop in the league left to go to a team with better shortstop than him. He's playing third base.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he needed a change of scenery is what it sounds like.
Makes sense.
I mean, if you're a top tier in a specific position, why are you going to dip to go play a position you've never played before?
Right, agreed.
So
I didn't understand the move in the first place, but, money talks too, so.
Exactly. Money talks. Maybe there's some struggles in Toronto. Who knows what's going on? I mean, I guess we'll see what happens this season with them. They're a very surprising team. I forget about the Jays a lot.
Yeah.
I forget they exist sometimes. But we'll see what happens with them this year. My number 2 story. So Netflix is getting into the baseball business. Historic opening day coming up, and the MLB is officially stepping into an era of streaming, broadcasting the first game of the 2026 season exclusively on Netflix. So Netflix has been taking over a lot of things. I know they have Monday Night Raw on there. They've added podcasts.
They have the Christmas game for football.
They have NFL games. So, I mean, I'm not surprised that they hopped into the baseball world. Who knows how these are going to go? I know Netflix has had issues with streaming. They seem to fix it, but you never know. They're going to be, if they start streaming a ton of baseball games, that could mess things up. They've had issues I think it was the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight was a disaster on Netflix.
And even normal stuff like Stranger Things, when it aired initially, it crashed.
Completely crashed. So we'll see what happens. I have Netflix at least, so I'm fine with it. Apple TV would always kill me.
I have the add-on for Amazon, from Amazon for the Apple TV, so I'm watching baseball regardless.
Yeah, so you're good. My number 3, what I got here is that the Cardinals are doubling down on their manager. So St. Louis has struggled recently, and they recently just signed their manager, Oliver Marmol, I believe is it, to a 2-year contract through 2028 with a club option in 29.
And that's why Brandon Martin's going.
Yeah, why? I mean, they must see something in him that I don't. The division they're in is going to be really strong here, and they're just kind of hoping that things get better for them. I don't see any huge prospects coming out of St. Louis at all besides like him, but you still have these other teams. You have the Cubs, the Brewers, and the Pirates, who are both. The Brew Crew was on tear. The Cubs are on a tear. the Pirates are looking great, and we always say that. Every spring training, they look good. But Connor Griffin, Paul Skeens, they actually spent money for once. Who knows? That division is the AFC North of baseball, in my opinion. It's typically aggressive even when one of the teams sucks, like the Pirates.
Right.
Pirates are the equivalent of the Browns, we'll say.
Yeah.
Back to lack of better terms.
I agree.
They play an in-division team, they're aggressive as ever.
Yeah.
But they don't go anywhere, which love it. Games are great, but
Right.
it's really changing things around now. So who knows what's going to happen with that? He's 39 years old, holds a 325 and 323 overall record in his 4 seasons, which is not very good for baseball. And the Pirates have gone through manager. I know a lot of teams go through. It's more of a, every coaching job is you do good, you keep your position. But baseball is a big turnaround in the manager position. Yeah. I know the Mets are they have always had these stacked rosters. We've gone through 3 managers recently. So it's very you got to produce or you're not it type of game. So I don't like it at all, but do you, St. Lou? My number 5 is that the World Baseball Classic is finally coming. We got games this Wednesday. We got USA Brazil on Friday at I think what time was that? I believe a decent time, 6 or something like that. Not sure. Don't count me on it because I really haven't looked at the times. I just know when they play. That's it. I'll look at it when it comes to it. But they have Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani as the heavy favorites for the MVP. Seems fine. But Japan just lost an exhibition game to a Korean baseball team.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw that at all, but it was a good game. But is Japan going to slip this year? Are we going to hold our title as the best sports country after our Olympic gold in both men's and women's hockey? That's what we're looking at. I know there's a lot of guys going out. My question to you is this going to affect spring training at all with these superstars leaving their teams for a little bit?
It might affect some of because it shouldn't affect the pitchers because they only pitch, once every so many days, depending on whatever the rotation's doing, because they released the rotation today and Logan Webb's taking game 1. But it might affect it. Well, not might. It will affect the hitters because now they're going to go play USA baseball, right? And gel with teammates that aren't their teammates and, hit off of guys that, are for the MLB, but it could go either way. So the gelling of the team is going to take an effect, but also they're going to get live practice. It's not going to be the dude on the mound pitching 2 innings because he's trying out a new splitter or something. This is going to be a dude trying to win the World Baseball Classic. So
yeah,
they're going to see heat, whereas guys like, Marcell Ozuna right now is seeing a little bit of cupcake type of stuff. So it could help. It could help help the batters and stuff.
Okay. Because I know that Tarek Skubal said he's only going to pitch 1 game.
Yeah.
Which it's why are we even going? Yeah. I know he's an absolute horse, but why would we bring him in? Because what if something happens where we get into a barn burner where we got to start digging into our starters for extra innings or whatever?
Yeah. Well, here's the problem too now is that Joe Ryan was supposed to be at the 3rd.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's hurt.
Yep, he is. No, I saw it.
So that screws us a little bit. Skubal needs to pitch at least another game.
I like the World Baseball Classic, but it's not great in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I like
there.
It. It's cool. Yeah, I like it. It's cool for a USA, type of a front.
Yeah.
But before the season starts, I'm not here for that. Maybe instead of the All-Star game, this is what we do moving forward because the All-Star game sucks. Not before the season starts, man. What if what if you have a superstar out there the Dodgers have Ohtani and he blows his knee out in the World Baseball Classic? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Oh, well, I'm skipping one because I want to bring it up to you later, but I have number 6 on here. The Yankees are to immortalize CC. So, good story, they're going to announce the retirement of his jersey. So, sometime in September, they really haven't set a full date yet. They will be retiring number 52 at Yankee Stadium.
It's dope. Yeah.
Feel good story. We love that. That's a little bring us up. We're going to get to see some jersey retirements, good things going on around the league. But time to get to where I want to talk about with you. The Connor Griffin hype train has left the station.
It's gone.
He is here. Yeah. So if you don't know the name Connor Griffin, you're either living under a rock, not from Pittsburgh, don't know anything about baseball, which learn it. He is unbelievable. And yes, it's spring training. We
Yeah.
gotta give him granted. But he is destroying spring training right now. And
Yeah.
he is only 19 years old. He's currently ranked as the #1 pipeline prospect in the MLB.
Yep.
And he finished last season in Double-A Altoona with a .337 average and a .960 OPS in 21 games.
Done.
Unbelievable.
Done.
Believable. So that is your one guy that's coming up, and
Yep.
everyone's excited about him. But we have Paul Skeens as well, which is he's kind of everyone loves Paul, but watch out though. Things are changing right now.
Things aren't
Things are
changing.
changing,
Griffin
and
is a superstar in the making, but Paul Skeens is already the superstar. So it's not going to overtake him. He's just going to add to that team.
so I got a stat for you that I
Okay.
want to talk about, and then I'll
Mhm.
let you take the reins on the team. Stat of the week is the Skeensless paradox. In 2025, Skeens was the first pitcher in MLB history to record over 200 strikeouts with a sub-2 ERA, and still finished the season without a winning record, ending 10-10. So this is important
Okay.
because you have a generational pitcher and you're not able to do anything with him. So to put that, you have a 1.9 ERA in perspective. It was the lowest by a qualified pitcher aged 23 or younger since Dwight Gooden in 1985. That is impressive.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Dude's impressive.
insane. He is absolutely unbelievable. So you have your two guys. You got
Yeah.
Connor Griffin. They finally have a bat. That's what they've needed.
Yeah.
They got their ace. They got Paul. But what's going on with the rest of the team?
And so as we record this today, the Pirates just beat the Rays 4-1. So that puts their spring training record. Again, we're tempering expectations of spring training, but they're 9-2 right now.
Yes.
That's pretty damn good either way you split it. Obviously, Connor Griffin, talk of the town, 3 homers in
Yep.
spring training. He's ripping the cover off the ball. Dude looks like he's the prince that was promised. He's being compared to Mike Trout and Bryce Harper as a prospect. Nobody's saying he's absolutely going to be that, but there's absolutely no reason he cannot be that either. I think the Pirates would be insane to not talk extension with Connor Griffin, and there's rumors out there they are. Try to get him on like a not even unheard of, like a 200 mil 10-year deal. Because that pays him $20 million a year. That is nothing in baseball terms.
Compared to what's going on around the league, nothing.
Well, what the Dodgers are doing to get away with it is they're they're backloading the years on the contract. So they're going to pay some of these superstars till they're 60.
They're deferring
they're ending up paying them like $10 million a year for 15 years or something like, you know what I mean? And these contract numbers come through and you're like, oh my God, $300 million for 15 years. Yeah, you do the math. That's not crazy.
Yeah, it's not at all. And the thing is, they're giving it over the certain amount of time, so they're never going to be fully stuck.
Right. It's like Bobby Bonilla, but they did it on purpose.
But they did it, on purpose with their entire lineup.
Right. So I think they need to do that and then dig it out of your couch cushions, sell half the team, sell Seven Springs, Bob Nutting. You need to pay Paul Skeens today.
Yes.
Today, and whatever he
lock him up
for,
as early as possible.
Whatever that dude asked for. Did you see the stat that said Trey Skubal has lowered his ERA to like 2.23 from 2.35 so far? And Paul Skeens has really fallen off. He increased his ERA from 1.96 to 1.97.
Boy,
he's fucking believable. The dude is almost unhittable at this rate. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball, if not the best pitcher in baseball. It is particularly not even close. Good news, AJ Burnett was seen at training camp, at spring training, talking and hanging out with the pitchers. So if we get Paul Skeens' abilities with AJ Burnett's attitude, watch how World Cy Young 2 coming at you. For the rest of the rotation, Mitch Keller looks like Mitch Keller. He looks like midseason form. He's an innings eater. He's a typical 3, maybe 4 ERA guy, but he's like, without Jared Jones, he's the 3rd, I believe, pitcher in the rotation.
Yeah.
So, he looked good the other day. He pitched the other day and he looked really good. He had 3 Ks. He didn't give anything up. He went, I think, 3 innings because obviously spring training, but he's, eating innings. He's doing his job. He's, like I said in the last pod, he's a one-time All-Star. He's not a slouch, and he was a top prospect at one point.
No, I feel like he gets too much hate because of the team behind him.
He gets a ton of hate that's unwarranted.
Yeah.
As for another top prospect pitcher in our rotation, Bubba Chandler, he didn't look very good. Not for a lack of effort, and that's for damn sure, because
Oh no.
he was full send the whole game for no reason. There was no finesse on what he was throwing. It was all full effort, max effort, blowing his arm out, no control. He needs to taper that. And I get it. Again, this is spring training. He may have tried some things and been like, let me see what this does, and got lit up. That's fine. But he needs to also learn again finesse.
Yes.
Leads or control, break, a little, little touch, if you will. It's not all about heat. You can't be Paul Skeens and just throw 105 whenever you feel like it. You know what I mean? You're not
Yeah.
that guy. Like the meme says, you're not that guy, pal. I think with Connor Griffin, we're looking at a guy who can lead the team offensively. Obviously, Paul is the leader of the team. I don't care. Brian Reynolds is not that guy. Again, he's not
Mm-mm.
that, right? Paul Skeens is your face of the franchise. People show up for his bobblehead days.
Yes.
I think Connor Griffin can be that on the offensive side of the ball, in the field and on at the bat. I think it would be a mistake for the Pirates to send him down at all. I think he should be on the roster opening day. He would be the youngest opening day roster debuter, I guess you'd call it, since Ken Griffey Jr.
That's
We all
good.
know how
Good guy to be lined up with.
yeah, we all know how that went. So let's just recap here, right? Connor Griffin would be the youngest opening day starter since Ken Griffey Jr. He has been compared to in spring training Mike Trout and Bryce Harper. I'm just saying, like, do you remember a time? And I know you're a lot younger than I am, but do you remember a time when there was a prospect coming up that everyone kind of did this to?
Not to this extent.
Right, because even Jackson
Because when I
Forte was a big deal, but not like this.
yeah, not like this.
Trillo,
And
not like this.
the one thing I'm gonna ask you about this whole thing is
Yeah.
you've talked about Paul heavy, you've
Mm.
talked about Connor Griffin heavy, but are the rest of the bats, the new additions,
Yeah.
able to support Paul and finally reward everything he's done for the city of Pittsburgh after what, 2 seasons?
Yeah, I don't even think it comes down to just the new additions. I think it's the old additions. Some guys like Nick Gonzalez, Jared Triolo, the role player guys, right? They're really on fire in spring training. They're making good contact. They're doing the little things. They're getting on base. They're not hitting home runs. They're hitting singles, doubles. They're bringing dudes in, sack flies. Playing good defense. They're doing the things that everybody else is supposed to do when you have superstars, right? Leave the
Yes.
home runs to Marcell Ozuna and Connor Griffin and Brian Reynolds here and there, right? Leave that to those guys while Jared Triolo gets on base. Nick Gonzalez hits on base. Henry Davis lays down a bunt, moves 2 guys over, and then Marcell Ozuna slams it, bringing a 3-run dinger. That's what you need. You don't need everyone to hit a fucking homer for 9 batters, Dodgers. You don't need that. You need guys that can play defense, solid defense, gold glove type of guys. And then you need guys that can hit around the bags. That's it. It's not that hard.
And I think a big thing for the team is the vibe has totally changed.
Yeah.
I feel like with this team, before it was always we never had a young player. Every team, if you go throughout the entire league, has a young player or just full of superstars. But a young player that people are like, hey, we got to work
It's our
around this
future.
guy.
Right.
Like, so I feel like having that spurt of like, guys, the media's looking at us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is a big deal. It gets the boys hype, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
Happy clubhouse, good results most of the time.
Right. That, and when you have those young superstars, free agents want to come here and play with those guys. Like a one-time, about to be 2-time Cy Young winning pitcher, maybe.
Yeah.
You want to play with that guy. Now, number 1 prospect in baseball, if he proves to be everything he's supposed to be, who doesn't want to play with that guy?
Rookie of the year, Cy, and then the number 1 prospect in baseball compared to Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Trout, all of these guys, that's a team you want to be around. They're both Paul's going into year 3 and Connor's going into year 0.
Right. Rookie year. Yeah. The other thing too is that I mocked it when they did it. I thought it was a stupid move, but clearly I don't know as much as they do. When the Pirates drafted Seth Hernandez in the first round this past draft, 18, 19, he's a high school kid, a pitcher. Dude throws triple digits. He's nasty. And by all accounts, all the catchers, everyone that's seen him pitch as well, has kind of likened him to being just disgusting. So that's also another thing coming up through the ranks, right? You like Bubba Chandler, big hype guy, not getting it done at the moment, but I think he'll work it out. Paul Skeens, 1 of 1. Mitch Keller was a top prospect too, if anyone doesn't remember that. doing his thing, right? Not blowing anyone's doors off, but he's there. He's doing his thing, right? And then Jared Jones has to come back still, who was awesome before he got hurt, right? He's very, very good. And then you got a fifth guy, right? You got like a Jose Urquidy. I haven't seen much of Mason Montgomery. I think he's working out of the pen. He probably will stay out of the pen. But any rotation of the five, right? You could do Braxton Ashcraft, you could do Hunter Barco, you could do really anybody, throw a five in there as long as he eats innings, and you could do you can make him like a front end starter, right? Do like a 2-3 inning start and then bring in Connor Mlodzinski or
more than enough.
Yeah, or Mason Montgomery if that's what his role is going to be, right? You could piecemeal five together. You could even have a sixth rotation day where you have that front loader with a bullpen arm, a long reliever, and then you go to your setup and your closer on the sixth day. You know, your guys, Paul, Mitch, Baba, the long rests in between. I tell you what, Pirates either win the division, make the playoffs, or some semblance of either, right? Some semblance of both or either. Donnie Kelly should be manager of the year at that rate. I'm going to say that
that's
now.
Completely fair if that happens.
I'm not calling Donnie Kelly manager of the year. I'm saying that if one of those two things happen, if not both, Donnie Kelly manager of the year without question. That's not even it's on the radar without hesitation.
That's completely fair. And going into this, one of the questions I wanted to ask you, I didn't tell you this before we started.
Going in blind, ladies and gentlemen.
Give me 3 sleeper teams that you think will make the playoffs this year. I know you kind of just talked about it, but are you confident? I want your 3 dark horse teams, not for the World Series, just for the playoffs. So take out like
obviously Dodgers,
the Mets,
Yankees,
the Dodgers,
Cubs,
Yankees, Cubs, all those
Mariners, all that shit. Yeah, I think one will be the Reds. The Cincinnati Reds will make the playoffs.
Okay.
I believe with the addition of Suarez, another year Hunter Green, Nick Lodolo gets healthy. I think their rotation's really good actually. With Abbott and the big 3, right? Abbott, Lodolo, and Hunter Green, I think are very good. That park is hard on pitchers. And now they just added Eugenio Suarez in a really friendly park. I think it'll be the Reds. I want to say, you never can count out the Guardians.
No, and
they're borderline, but they're always there with J-Ram.
I'm talking a team that like the Reds, a team that really hasn't made the playoffs in a while.
Trying to run through the league right now. I do think the Pirates will make it.
Okay, so are you taking them as one of your dark horses?
Yeah.
Right there, you just took two NL Central teams.
Yeah, I think I don't think they'll both make it. I think either of them can make it. So if one makes it, the other probably won't. But I think those are teams that can make the playoffs. I'm not calling all these teams playoff teams, but those are 2 teams, dark horse, that I believe can make it individually.
All right, give me a team from the AL now. Since we took 2 NLs, give me an AL. You want me to throw some names at you?
Just I can't think of all the teams at the moment, so I need a refresher.
So I'm just gonna work through what the teams I'm seeing. You tell me when to stop. I'm gonna say all of them: Houston, White Sox, Orioles, Angels, Guardians, Red Sox, A's, Lions. I saw the Detroit Tigers, Yankees, Mariners.
No, back it up. Tigers.
Well, they were in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you said so good. Continue.
Royals, Rays, Rangers recently won a World Series, Twins, Jays. So from these teams, I would say let's knock it down to Royals, A's, Angels, White Sox, Orioles, Twins.
Out of that group, the only one that's worth a damn is the Orioles. I love Bobby Witt. And
you're not looking at Oakland.
Absolutely not. They don't have enough in the rotation. You name me a guy on the fucking Oakland A's pitching rotation that you care about besides Mason Miller because he's the fucking closer. They don't have an ace. They don't have a fucking.
Well, Mason Miller's gone.
Oh yeah, he's a Padre now. So either way, they don't have shit. Like Nick Kurtz is cool, but all his StatCast numbers project him going down in all of his things. He's not going to repeat last year. We just saw earlier that Logan Davidson's gone, so they don't even have a top prospect infielder again. What? Lawrence Butler is somebody. Soderstrom,
Shea Langelier.
But again, you take these guys and put them on other teams. What do they do? Are they starters? Kurtz, maybe. Not the A's. Hell, fuck. They got a lot of work to do still.
So I think the O's is a good pick. They got
Pete. Great pick. They got Pete. They got Adley. They got Connor, they got Westberg, they got that rotation with Rodriguez. Like they're still all right. Their
Yeah.
rotation isn't as good as a lot of other
Like,
teams. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like they got what? Grayson Rodriguez, and then they have what the fuck is this? Dude from the Rays previously. Man, I'm drawing a friggin' blank. It's not Savali.
I have no idea. You lost me.
Man, I can't remember. It'll come to me here in a minute. But they're pretty good. And again, when you have a dude like behind the plate like Adley, right? And you have did they re-sign Jorge Mateo as a like a Uto guy? They like I said,
Yeah.
both those infield dudes, Westberg and Hunt Henderson is a stud. They brought in Bullard Pete. So I mean the O's, I'd say O's, dude. Like, out of the
I mean, that's
list
a
you
great
gave,
take.
out of the list you gave, the White Sox are fucking garbage. I don't care what they did with Murakami.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Because
They're
Roberts
just
is gone.
God, they're just like the Pirates have been bad. The White Sox, I don't know how. If you live in Chicago, you might want to pick somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, you got another team right there with the same name.
I'm saying, like
You got
you
the
might as well
Cubs.
just you might as well be a Cubs fan because the Sox ain't gonna do you no favors for a long time. Even if you guys are gamers like us, okay, and you play MLB the Show, dropping the 17th, but if you play MLB the
Three
Show
X.
and you do franchise mode and you take the White Sox, buddy,
It's a rebuild. That is one
buddy,
of the toughest rebuilds. That's like a
it
Kent
is
State
brutal.
rebuild in college
Yeah,
ball.
it is brutal because like your A prospect is Colson Montgomery, and he's not good. He's just
No.
it's bad. It's tough, and no pitchers, dude. Like Drew's four, but he's not. Again, he's not. Who is he?
Yeah. So to wrap this up, I want to do quick fire, little bonus stats from three teams that you, the Pirates, me, the Mets, and for our Guardians crew, a Guardians one. Three teams, three little bonus stats that are like, huh, didn't know about that. So Juan Soto, 38 stolen bases. In 2025, he set a career high in steals, and he is a really high contender for the 40-40 club, which is never been in. Didn't think
Straight up.
about that because you don't think about Soto stealing.
Now you think about his power, but he's 38
Exactly.
bases. Wow.
Yeah.
He's the five tool. Huh? That'd be by all
Mhm.
consideration. He's the five tool guy.
Hopping over to Cleveland, Jose Ramirez, 44 stolen bases at 32 years old, set
I
a career
did.
high last year. He's now the only third baseman in history with multiple 30-30 seasons.
I did know that he is a swiper, dude. He's
Oh
actually
yeah,
got some wheels, dude.
for being a little thick guy,
Yeah.
he
You
got
wouldn't
he
think he
got
could move, but
wheels.
that
He
dude's
got
a
wheels.
swiper. Yeah.
And then hopping to Pittsburgh, bonus stat: he hasn't played an MLB game yet.
Yeah.
It's about Griffin. All I'm gonna say is to start it off, 111 miles per hour.
Fast as hell, boy.
Exit velo of his second home run of the spring for the 19-year-old prospect was 111 miles per hour, and that already puts him in the top 1% of all major league hitters in exit
Boy,
velo.
boy can swing a bat, man. I'm just saying.
That
Watch
is
out.
nasty.
He is disgusting, and I mean, I might pull up some betting right now and go for rookie of the year on that kid.
I
He's
mean,
probably
yeah,
not even
that's
eligible. He's probably not even eligible just because the
Cody
world
starts.
already, the world already believes that the Pirates won't start him. So
Yeah. So, I mean, they have to see him opening day to actually put him on the
yeah,
on the
we're gonna
ballot.
have to do a live video of me throwing up if they don't bring him up.
Yeah, because that'll be a rough one to look at. But
Yeah.
I think that's going to wrap up our show. A little bit of MLB talk, mostly Pirates heavy, but I'll get a video out soon talking about New York because I know this guy loves his team. But we got to look at our locals here. I know we got a lot of locals that listen, and there's finally hope in the Berg for the Bucks. So I might be heading to opening day. Who knows? I know tickets are actually going to be astronomical if Connor does come up, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it's it's either a Wednesday or a Thursday, I believe, is their opening day at home.
I'm not sure yet.
But look out for that. We're gonna start making more videos. Weather's finally getting nice. I'm gonna be out filming. We're gonna have a lot more content coming. Things are finally getting better. And hopefully next time I won't have to record on my phone because my computer will be fixed finally. And that's the issue we're having. Don't know how this is gonna come out on the end, but we'll see how it looks. Videos going up no matter what, because that's how we roll. Raw form, giving you whatever happens on our side. So thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, everything you need to do. Share it to whoever. Share it to your 80-year-old grandparents, because I know he watched Clemente. Finally has hope again. He can watch some Bucks ball and actually enjoy it again. But thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.